do we have some energy and some controversy today? What's good, everybody? Welcome into your favorite afternoon pro wrestling show. We call it the Coach and Bro Show, and over the course of the next 45 to 60 minutes, we want to be as completely interactive with you. If you have a question, if you have a comment, if you want your voice to be heard, you can do it. Getting all these important text messages. Don't they know I'm on the air right now? You can do it through a super sticker. And never forget that any super sticker that's $10 or above, you get a spot on the coveted Wheel of Doom, where every single Thursday during that episode, we give away one item of merchandise. And I'm already starting to come up with some ideas for the holidays because I want to take care of all of you as much as we possibly can. Now, as you know, for us to grow, for us to be out there in the wrestling community, sometimes we have to travel. We have to be away from home. And as you've seen all over social media today, our good friend and my partner, Vince Russo, he's out there. And even though Dave Meltzer once again got it wrong, he is back in the world of wrestling, just not with the NWA. So, who do I go to in a pinch? Who do I go to that has the credibility, the longevity, the ladies after him in the DMs? You know, there's only one. My man, Big Tommy C. Now, I got to ask the question, Tommy.
Yes,
Before we
sir.
even get started.
Yeah.
I am asking you to go way out of your comfort zone because you're not going to be on just one show today, but you got to do a double header. Do you have the cardio to make it through Coach and Bro and the Monday Night Grind?
Yeah, I just ate a pack of Twinkies and I'm ready to go.
I didn't know. Don't think that it didn't get past me, big dog. That all these DMs are coming in. We're trying to keep it away from Michelle.
Yep.
You got a nice little fresh cut today, a nice little fade.
Yep.
Is that on purpose?
For looks, baby. That's me.
Now, I got to admit, I did not know what kind of a mood you were going to be in today because we were talking about you on the morning show. And I don't know if there's anybody that's been more snake bitten than your franchise. Yesterday, you finally get a guy who loves to play football and his ankle is turned around and going in the opposite direction. That had to be hard to watch, in all seriousness.
It was terrible to watch. He's a gamer. They're building around him and Dart, and then bam, this happens. And then the ref calls yesterday. And I'm not saying they lost because of the ref calls, because the defense is just terrible. Dexter Lawrence hasn't made a move since he made 3,000 soup commercials and he got paid. The guy doesn't move anymore. It's just, Coach, I want to know, when does it end? When does this misery end of losing? Again, we're near Halloween and we are 2-6. Look at the past 5 years and look at the record, Coach. It's the same exact thing. When does it end? I don't know.
And you and I we've been friends for damn near quarter century, and we're fans. And a lot of people that come to this brand and coaching company, we're fans at our core. Take the betting part out of it.
Yep.
But when your team loses year after year, it sucks something out of you.
Yes.
It just does. And when you lose that way, and then yesterday, I just said take the betting out of it. But I had Jackson Dart over his passing yards. He completes the long pass to your boy, and they call offensive pass interference.
Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It was crazy, right?
Hicks is in for Philly, I'll tell you that right now. And then the fumble was bigger than that, Coach.
Yeah.
Forward progress? A play has to go at least 3 or 4 seconds. He was 2 seconds and he had the ball. Even the commentators are talking about it. It's just when you're a bad team, that's when bad things keep happening. And I think they have to clean house. I'm sorry. I know Dart likes Dable, but I think Dable's got to go. Here's my solution, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Give me John Gruden and Antonio Pierce as my defensive coordinator. John Gruden is an offensive genius.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the emails and all that. We're beyond that right now.
Guess what? Fans care about winning. That's what fans care about. And by the way, he's more popular than ever now.
Yeah.
Like he's on Barstool and at some point in life you got to move on from the shit.
Yep.
You just got to move on. I'm tired of people doing, well, this is what he did. We move on. All
Yep.
right. All right. So, Tommy, you know what we do on there. We talk about the bigger topics in the world of pro wrestling. And by the way, for those of you, I know there are premium members on the BTT side. We'll be doing a War Room full preview of Saturday night's main event. My son has a big golf tournament this weekend. So, as you guys know, there's only one thing that becomes between me and you, and that's my kids. So, Tommy, we'll talk about the main event on Saturday, but the WWE did come out and they finally announced officially the last Raw ever for John Cena. And at least they did this right. At least they got this one right. November 17th, Madison Square Garden. And that's where his last Raw should be. It's the most famous arena. And Tommy, this is where Vince McMahon always called home. And if anybody was at home in the WWE, isn't it John Cena?
John Cena is WWE. John Cena is the past with the chairman. The chairman kept MSG. TV tapings are a lot of money, but they're probably doubled at Madison Square Garden because it's a union building. What I mean by that, folks, is if we're in a pre-tape room and you got to plug something in, there has to be an electrician there to plug it in. Union rules. If you don't, you get fined for it big time. So really, a TV taping, an average TV tape is probably $230,000 a week. It's probably a little more now. You go to Madison Square Garden, it's practically double. And then you go after 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be tripled. So that's a little inside stuff that people don't know about. Madison Square Garden, to perform there and have a show costs lots of money. But it's been a tradition in the McMahon family. It'll never leave. There's nothing more proper than Cena to end Raw right at Madison Square Garden.
I'll never forget the first time I ever did a show there, and I was running the pre-tapes room like I always did, me and the brawler. And I walk in, I didn't know the rules, and I literally walk over to the light switch. I was like, "Why is it so dark in here?" And I go to hit the light switch, and I hear somebody go, "No!" And I would have been fined a couple of $1,000s just for
Right.
touching the light switch. Then we got to 55 past the hour, and the crew goes, "All right, we're stopping." I go, "I'm right in the middle of an interview." They're like, "Yeah, we have our hand washing break."
Yep.
Hand wash? What's
Yep.
that? Every hour at 55, they get 5 minutes off to wash their hands. It's the
Yep.
craziest thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
And they all make a couple $100,000 a year too. All
Yep.
of them, which in New
Same.
York,
Yeah, they're making big. Those freelancers, they live better
big
than
money.
everybody else. I'm telling you that right now.
Where do you stand? Because we haven't had you on the show, and I haven't got to talk to you as far as wrestling. I see you all the time on Coaching Company, but the fact that John Cena, I still cannot get past how when they're putting together this final tour, and we heard from a guy named John Alba. He's a journalist, works for Sports Illustrated, for SNY, and he did a story on Boston being pissed off at TKO because reportedly they asked for things that they had never asked for before. Translation: more money.
Money.
And Tommy, you know this, that shows are not bought shows. Madison Square Garden does not pay WWE to come there. Every now and then, Saudi, Dubai, these countries, they will pay. That's why you got WrestleMania. But Tommy, for Boston to be asked to pay more money to have John Cena's last night be there and then to take Washington, to me, that's an unbelievable slap in the face to this day. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Uh, It's called selfishness, coach. It's a different regime there. It's different ownership. They're money hungry. We know TKO, part of
Mhm.
that company owns lots of money, and the way they make money is off WWE because WWE still makes money. So you're going to go to Boston in TD Garden where they've been at a million Raws there, SmackDown. There's been pay-per-views there. Now you're going to come because of Cena, where he's from, and now you're going to ask for more money. You know what Boston said to you, "Screw you. I'm not doing this." And it's just
Mhm.
a sabotage deal. Well, if you don't do that, you're not getting Cena. Oh well. It's just ridiculous the way the new regime thinks. Part of Shapiro, Khan, even parts of Triple H in there. It's all money, hungry money, and that's all they want. Where there was a big difference when we were there back in the day, coach. Big,
Eh,
big difference. So
yeah,
money hungry grab, like you're saying.
and here's the other problem is, Tommy, what they don't see is that WrestleMania, okay, SummerSlam, okay, but you don't make money for the city at a high level for one night, and people don't fly in from Europe or Canada for
No.
what they do that at WrestleMania. They do
Right.
that at SummerSlam. And so when you're asking, you're like, is that going to generate the amount of money that I need it to for my city? And the answer is no to that. But
Nope.
they don't see that.
Nope.
So it's at some point we're all going to get tired of talking about this and how they're money hungry, and we got to start talking about how do they fix it, or how do fans start walking away. But right now, at least for the tour, they are still around because we're down to less than 1,000 tickets, Tommy, left for that last event, and there are some tickets going for 4 grand,
Oh
five
my
grand.
god.
Now that is Ticketmaster. There's still a ton. If you go to like Vivid Seats or Seat Geeks or whatever it is, you can get a ticket anywhere, but you're going to pay five, six, $7,000 for it. How do you think, at his core, John Cena, who we both know very, very well, how do you think he feels that his final tour coincided with the highest ticket prices in the company's history?
I think he feels terrible about it, coach. I think he's a regular guy. He loves the fans, and I just think he just doesn't want to be married to that, and that's what's happening right now. This tour is being married to the highest ticket prices ever because WWE knows this is the last time Cena's coming around. That's it. There's no BS where he's going to make 5,000 returns like Ric Flair did a million times over when it was his last match. Right? Am I right or wrong? I think
You're
Cena's
right.
legit going to be gone, and he's not coming back at all as a wrestling capacity. Now he may show up somewhere, Hall of Fame or something like that, but as a wrestling capacity, he's legit out.
Over 32 years in the business, Tommy C in the WWE, well over a decade for myself, 13 to 15 years. Any questions, you can put them in the chat via super sticker. Anything smaller than $5, we'll put them on the screen so people can still see them as well. By the way, all week we are preempted on Stadium, both shows, so we'll be here on YouTube on Thursday as well. Um, with 4 events left for John Cena, and kind of the way it almost feels like it's petering out just a little bit. And they're trying to get us excited, Tommy. And the latest one is, who's his last match going to be against? And all of these videos came out the last couple of days from WWE. There's nothing but about 15 to 20 seconds. It's all feet. And then there was one today with hands with a ring on it and very cryptic. Could I, for a second, see your hands, Tommy? I just want to. Okay, I don't think it was you. I don't think those were your hands. That I know that graphic. I know that graphic, big dog. But I don't think you were in these tweets.
Not me.
If I've seen different rumors, different websites, whatever. If these aren't for something in the here and the now, and it is for WrestleMania, Tommy, uh, these fans are going to be pissed off that 6 or 7 months before WrestleMania, we're throwing up stuff that nobody knows, and we're supposed to get excited. I'm excited about this. I don't want to be let down. What do you think it is?
I actually think it is for WrestleMania, coach. I think those are Paul Heyman's hands. I think he's going to try to control the narrative with it. I think the feat could be possibly Roman, Cody, and Brock, and having a triple threat at WrestleMania. That's kind of what I've been hearing. So, but it's a way, it's a long way away, man. And just showing somebody's feet is just ridiculous. Now that's what some people are saying, but I think it could be. I don't think it's something they're going to show up on Raw tonight. I think they're going to keep your interest of watching this, and they're going to bang it to death to the end, to when they think it's time to expose what this thing really is.
We still have SummerSlam, or
Yep.
excuse SummerSlam. We have Survivor
Survivor,
Series. We have Royal
Rumble.
Rumble.
Yep.
All of that. We
Yep.
probably have Elimination Chamber. I'm
Yep.
guessing. Um, man, right now, I'm really, really begging, Tommy. I'm begging for some creativity. I'm begging for some storylines that I can really sink my teeth into. And I feel like with the Cena situation, and now in the middle of his final tour, can you imagine if Hulk or The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin was on their last month, and you're going to throw out cryptic tweets about something that's completely a left turn when you've unbelievably dropped the ball on his final tour? At least that's my opinion on it. I think it's been a complete. I think in a year or two, once he's exited the company, once he's back doing business with Vince McMahon, and that's going to happen, he's going to do an interview, Tommy, and we're going to find out exactly what went down this year. I can't wait because I
Yeah,
guarantee he will have something to say.
yeah. Oh, he's definitely going to say something because He's true to one person. We know who that one person is who's really brought him into the business. We all know it's the chairman. So he will not crap on the chairman at all. It's going to be on this new regime. He's going to wait and it's going to come out and it's going to be a blockbuster, coach. They've screwed this whole thing up with the tour, turning him heel. He got looked like a jackass at WrestleMania. With Rock screwed him. I mean, there's a lot of people that are work for TKO that really done the job to him right now. And I think he's a little pissed off, but he's a professional. He's going to go right through with it. And we're going to see maybe next year at this time, hearing from him what the hell what the real deal was.
All right. Well, he went on his Instagram and he posted this. And it's interesting because the second time that he has posted.
Who thought of this? What?
And that's it. And that was on Cena's Instagram earlier today. And the other day on X, he said, I'm a man of my word, and this will be my last match. And I can't help but think that with ticket sales waning a little bit, because Tommy, you know the two words that Vince McMahon loved more than anything: sold out. We're
Yep.
sold out at Madison Square Garden. And we have not heard that on several shows for the last 2 or 3 months.
Nope.
The other day, Joe Tessitore was like, a massive crowd, a big crowd, not sold out. Those are two completely different things. And for Cena to have to tweet on X that it's his last match, that tells me they made him do it. Remember, Rock said, I
Yep.
just showed up to help ticket sales.
Yep. Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
You don't think they'd ask Cena to do the same thing on his last night?
Absolutely, they're asking that, and then you put that vignette up, then it makes you think, "Oh, then I can't wait to buy tickets. Go, who is this person?"
All right, we're gonna keep our eye on this thing. But the other big kind of cryptic tweet as you're watching the Coach and Bro show, Big Tommy in for Vinny Ruru. It's the status of Chris Jericho. And we have not seen him on AEW, Tommy, for good Lord. It seems like months. And the other day, Tony Khan and several other AEW talent, they came into Sirius XM. I had a couple on my show, Off the Ropes, and Tony Khan sat down with Dave LaGreca. And he was asked directly about Chris Jericho. What can you tell us about him? What's his status? Is he coming back? And Tony Khan, who is a genius at answering the question without answering the question, said, I love Chris Jericho. He's a big part of what we're doing. He was one of the founding members. Like, he gives all these glowing expletives, but Tommy, he never said he's staying or he's going. Do you think that Jericho will show up, if you believe the rumors, back in WWE for one final run?
Boy, that's a great question, Coach. I've been going back and forth with that. I think Tony Khan is a really smart guy, so he's putting it out there. I don't think Jericho is coming to WWE. I think he's in AEW. Tony Khan teased that he did it. Excuse me. He did it a very smart way on a popular show and didn't say yes or no to anything. And now that's really making people think, oh, he's WWE bound, and there's going to be a pay per view or whatever's coming up soon for AEW, and you're going to see Jericho. I don't think who helped start that company, Chris Jericho, with AEW. I don't think Tony Khan would let him go.
It may be that. It may be that. I would love to drive through the intersection of my career and millions of dollars without doing anything just one time. Because we know he's a founding father. He probably is making, I think it's safe to say, $3 to $5 million.
Easy.
Would you say that?
Yes.
Easy?
Yes.
And so, but yet he hasn't been working. Tony has no issues paying somebody to sit at home. We haven't seen Britt Baker in how long?
Right.
She's getting paid, and believe me, it was made very, very clear that she is under contract. She is not going to the WWE. So I said to the person I talked to, well, then where is she? Well, why don't we have any statements on Britt Baker? And that's just not how Tony likes to do business. So that's fine. If I was hurt or had a year left, Tommy, wouldn't you like to be paid for a year?
Absolutely. No
Hell
doubt
yeah, I
about it.
would.
Yep.
Hell yeah, I would. No doubt. So the great one, we have our first super sticker. Keep them coming. The great one says, after Cena's farewell tour is over, I think I am done too. I can't think of a single reason to keep watching after he's done. Tommy, I'm getting more and more messages like the great one that fans are like, what do I have left to watch if you're not going to give me somebody new, something new, new storylines? And right now, all of their top guys are 38 or older except for Braun Breaker.
You know what, coach? It's the same thing. They've given you the same thing. We got Saturday night's main event. We're gonna find a champ between Punk and who else? Jey Uso.
Jey
How
Uso.
long have they been going at it, coach? Really? And then we have Drew McIntyre and Cody. How long has that been going on, coach? Where Drew McIntyre never wins. Unless you're giving me something where
Ever.
Drew's gonna beat him 1, 2, 3, then I'll watch. But I'm gonna say there's no way. It's the same thing over. They can't think of anything new. Oh, potential heat between the Usos. Oh, who couldn't see that coming, or whatever the case may be. It's just there's nothing new. What happened to Logan Paul? Where is he? What happened to this guy?
I
We
was
haven't
just
seen him.
thinking that. I was thinking that, Tommy. I don't know where he is. At a time when they desperately need him, they I work with some people, and we, everybody's got their opinion, Tommy, that believe that the WWE is deeper than it's ever been. And they say that, I think, because of the TV contracts and streaming contracts that they have in place. But if you take the money away, Tommy, and you look at the roster, if they don't stop with the brand split, they're going to be so watered down. You're only have 2 or 3 guys that can even be recognized as competition for the
Right.
World Heavyweight Championship. Am I right?
You're
Maybe 2 or
abs-
3.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, coach. I don't know what happened to Logan Paul. He was hot at one time, and now he's not around. He hasn't been around since the Cena match, right? His last match
Mhm.
was with Cena, I think.
Mhm.
That's how long it's
Logan,
been.
yeah.
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 So here's a guy they can push. Dominic Mysterio, he's still in the same spot with the Intercontinental title. Now we're gonna find out with Rusev and Penta who's gonna represent I mean, Jesus Christmas. Are you kidding me, guys? It's the same stuff regurgitated over and over again. The only big thing that happened, oh, Jade Cardwell turned heel. What a shock. Like, we didn't know she was gonna go that way after she's failed at a babyface for how many months, coach? Come on, guys.
The Logan Paul thing throws me off.
Oh, me too.
They and maybe he's in a financial position where he doesn't have to work full time. I know that the deal, and this number was staggering to me, but once somebody explained it to me, it makes more sense. The deal for his podcast that the company bought the rights to. Do you hear the number, Tommy?
No.
Over $100 million. And he got to keep his YouTube channel though. And that's when you got the show the size of what he has, keeping the channel is everything. But Fanatics sells everything for his podcast now. So they pay him 100 million, just like Kelsey's deal. That was $100
Oh
million
my
dollars, the
god.
Kelsey's. But then they have to go out and they got to sell it based off downloads. So if I'm Logan Paul and my deal is 5 years for $100 million, what would possess me to want to go out there and work 40 weeks a year? Nothing.
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 100,000,000. Are you
Yeah, you can
kidding?
love the business, Tommy, all you want. Doesn't mean you want to go do frog splashes every single Monday night. Hell, you can sit on a bad couch and make $100 million. I'm down
Jesus
for that. Yeah,
Christmas. That is
yeah.
just that's somebody coming to you tomorrow and say, "I wanna buy the Monday Night Grind for, 5,000,000." Yeah, I'm jumping at
You'd
that.
be like, how come I haven't heard from Coach in a minute?
Yeah.
Because he gone until that 5 mil runs out. Then, hey Tom, you want to do the Monday Night
Yeah.
Grind one more time? One more time. All right, we have a couple more super stickers. Keep them coming. We'll answer all of them today. Clovian Steve 5601 says, Coach, what are your thoughts on the ending of UFC's 321's main event? How should eye pokes or any potential foul, how they should be addressed? Couple of thoughts. I don't know if you saw the end of this, Tommy,
No,
but
was that the poke in the eye or something?
yeah, it was a classic double all the way inside the eye, like all the way to the knuckle. It was nasty. It was nasty. I've seen some fighters say when you're fighting for the heavyweight championship of the world, when you've asked people to pay $69.99, The only reason they stopped the fight is because he said, "I can't see." If you say, "Hey, I'm fine," they're going to let you keep fighting. And at the end of the day, I thought they should have kept fighting. I say that, Tommy, with the caveat of it wasn't my eyes, and there was both fingers deep into the eyes. So,
Wow.
but he hadn't fought Tommy in 3 years.
I know.
If there was one ending they'd say you can't have that ending for Tom Aspinall, that would be the one.
Right.
That would be the one. And that's what they got. Because
Yep.
Cyril Gahn was always considered just a warm up to whoever is going to be next. Because Cyril Gahn's just not a killer.
Right.
He doesn't, it's just not. So I thought he should have kept going. But again, it's tough. I respect all those fighters, respect all of them. Going in, there's a scary, scary thing. If it was the PFL, we would try to get them to continue. But if they couldn't, we'd certainly never force anybody. We have another one. All right, Tommy. We have the first one on the Wheel of Doom. Are you familiar with the Wheel of Doom?
No, what's the Wheel of Doom?
So wait a second. So you're my resident fill-in on the Coach and Bro show, and you are not aware of the Wheel of Doom?
I'm sorry.
Allow me to introduce you, Tommy. Now, by
Okay.
Thursday, this will be completely full of names. Okay.
Okay.
So if you give a super sticker, or what I call a moderate sticker, of $10 or more, you get your name on the Wheel of Doom. We do this, Tommy, in honor of the finger point of doom from Triple H. It's a
Oh,
respect thing for us. It's a respect thing for
I
us.
get it.
So it then spins, and whatever name it lands on, they get a free piece of merchandise from our new merch store. And Vinny Ruru has the Mamby Pamby t-shirt. We also have
Yes.
an I Bet Wrestling t-shirt.
Yes.
And we're working on yours right now.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, producer man, could you effort the prototype for Tommy's t-shirt so we can let the people in the chat vote on which one they like, and let me know when you get that. In the meantime, let's answer this first Wheel of Doom question. With the state of wrestling right now, there's nothing that's pulling me in to watch it. Being in Australia, I think I'll mow my lawns when the PLEs are on. Love the show, Coach. Love you, Australia, very, very much. Tommy, I really try when I do these shows to be as positive as I can be. I try to come up with topics that are positive. It's really, really hard right now.
Yes.
It's really, really hard. And I think that Triple H and the powers that be, TKO, all they walk into their room and they go, "Man, how much did we make off the WWE today?" I don't think anybody says how good were the shows. Is Netflix happy? How happy is ESPN? It's strictly how much money did we make this month?
That's right.
And Tommy, if Vince was still around and he had to deal with that,
Mm-mm.
oh shit would hit the fan, would it not?
Absolutely. He's all about storytelling, building characters, building superstars, because that's what makes you money, guys.
Mhm.
It ain't putting a show on and slapping on the WWE logo, put this crap show on, how much money do you make or how many t-shirt commercials you're going to put in one show. Doesn't work like that. It's still forever storyline and building characters and making great superstars. And this is what I hope doesn't happen, Coach. I hope they don't blow up Braun Breaker to building this guy up, because this guy has the potential to be a top superstar. And I just don't hope I hope they don't blow it right now and moving forward with this guy. We'll see what they do with this guy, because I think he could be a top guy for a long time.
Okay. You mean Braun Breaker? You said
Yeah, Braun Breaker,
what
yeah.
do you mean break? What do you mean break him up? When you say break him up, what do you mean by that?
No, I didn't say break him up. Build him up. Build him. How are they gonna
Build him
build
up.
this guy right now? We got him.
Gotcha.
Okay, what are we
Okay.
gonna do next with him?
Okay. I got you. I got
See
you.
what
I
I mean?
understand.
It's gotta be a slow build for this guy, and I know he's practically there, but don't blow it. Don't friggin' blow it, I'm
Well, I,
telling you.
I don't think he's almost there yet. I think you're onto something because we have not seen him yet. And this is an art form. You know this. When you walk out with the microphone and when you're a main eventer, sometimes you got to stand in front of the camera, look at it, and cut a promo. And not everybody can do that. They
Nope.
can't. They lose it. Red light comes on. Oh shit! What am I going to say? And then they're all over the place. They're like Terry Bradshaw
Yep.
from Sunday. Did you see
Oh,
Terry Bradshaw?
man, he
Oh,
what is with him?
Anybody
God.
else in the chat see Terry Bradshaw on Sunday? Maybe retire. That would be my retire. Now, as we build out our merch store, there are certain things that we want to play into the personalities and what makes our guys stick. So I need in the chat for you to let me know what we should go with. Producer man, if you don't mind, can we put up the first graphic? See what we got here. Oh, what a say! But say it correctly, Tommy.
What a fugazi.
I was saying Fugazi for some
Fugazi,
Fugazi. What a
fugazi.
Fugazi. All right.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
that's number one. I think we have two here.
yes.
All right. Can we go to number two? Or was that just a version of number one? It might
There's
be a
another
version
one.
of one.
There's
There
another
is
one.
another one,
I
right?
like this one with the
There
hands.
it is. What a all
What a
right.
fugazi.
Do you like the hands?
Yes.
Or do you Tommy, I'm not asking you, I'm asking the audience. I know you're excited about it. All right. Do you guys like the hands or do you like the face? That's it. So type in face or hands. There's the face one, and then we've got the hands one. We're only gonna make one at first.
Yeah. Martin
first one.
Scorsese should be watching, man. He could use me.
Which one? You just say Martin Scorsese
He should be watching this and put me in his next movie if he's doing a
with the Rock? You being the one with the Rock?
That's right. That's right.
It is with the Rock.
The Goomba movie, yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. Wow.
So which one would you go with, Tommy? Would you go with the face or with the hands? I feel like loses something because your hallmark are your thumbs.
Yeah.
We use them for our graphics. So I feel like they're stars unto themselves. But all we see is this instead of this.
But I think it's cool. The hands, if you're wearing a T-shirt like that, hands, like, that's cool, man. Nobody wants to see my fat head, man. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. Kimberly does.
What's she write?
Face. I love the first one. It's too perfect.
Thank you, Kimberly.
You could either be the right now you don't want to be associated with the mob. Not right now anyway. Give it a couple of weeks. Give it a couple of weeks. You look like you'd be in the mob, which I've met your family, or a maitre d' at a really high-end New York restaurant. One or the other. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
6'7".
Yeah. 6. Oh no.
Oh, dude, I have a 15-year-old, and I swear to God, I've never come closer at killing a 15-year-old with the whole 6'7"
What is
bullshit.
with that? What is it in a
It's a
rap
long
song
story.
or something?
No, it was a high school kid who put in a song. He's got a big following. I just know it because I watched it on Prime Video. It was this kid on Amazon. They have a documentary on these kids. There's some kids that are making $1 million in high school, Tommy, playing travel basketball. Yeah, oh yeah. They're paying them in high school. The colleges are paying them to get them to come there before they even come there. Yeah. So this one kid just came up with the 6'7", put in a song, and then a big time rapper stole it, and it's a whole big thing.
I know.
It's absolutely.
I watched my granddaughter's fall baseball team, and they're on 6'7", 6'7". I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
absolutely brutal. Back to the great one. He says, it seems. Oh man. It seems I watch out of habit now. Raw is tonight, and I'm going to watch it, but not excited about it. Great one. Part of the problem is, and this is where if I'm Tommy in Netflix or an ESPN executive, I'm calling them to the table because what's happening is a lot of people like the great one are waiting and going, you know what? The best stuff, they're going to put it on X. They're going to put it on Instagram. I'll see it within 3 minutes of it happening on the air. And I keep questioning, how did they allow this to happen when they cut the deal? You're paying somebody $5 billion, but yet you let them put stuff on their own X 3 minutes, Tommy, after it airs on Netflix.
Yep.
So people don't even have to watch anymore.
How about this, Coach? On Saturday night's main event, which is on free TV, we know, NBC, free TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're putting the championship match on there. Why wouldn't they put it on Netflix? Who's paying WWE $500 million a year?
Wait, say that again.
Punk and Jey Uso are facing the main event at Saturday night's main event this Saturday for the title because they pulled the title away from Seth. Why wouldn't you put that on Raw? If I'm Netflix, I'm saying, how come I can't have this match when I'm paying you this much money? Give me a phone. You gotta throw
That
me a bone, guys.
that's a great point. However, there's only what 5 main events all
Yes,
year,
yes.
and you got to make it special because Peacock. That's all Peacock has now. They have
Right.
main event, and then they get SmackDown 30 days after on Peacock.
Well, they got Cody and Drew.
But it's all one card.
I know, that's what I'm saying is that, all right, if you got Cody and Drew, if I'm Netflix and I'm paying you 500,000,000, I need a title match on Raw because you've been giving me BS for the past couple of weeks. The end of the show last week, the weeks before that, give me a title match. Give me the Jey Uso Punk match for the title on Netflix. I'm paying you
I
500,000,000.
um I got to think about that. It's the problem is, Tommy, they already have the money. And when you already have the
I
money,
know.
they don't have to give Netflix anything. I feel bad for Netflix. I'm
Yeah.
going to feel bad for ESPN
Oh,
because they're gonna get this money for 5 or 9 years, but then after that, you watch it's gonna plummet.
oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna plummet.
Yep.
By the way, Tommy, your popularity in DMs is nothing
Come
short of
on.
spectacular. Hey, I mean, look what Kimberly just wrote. I'll order a 3 times for a sleep shirt. A sleep shirt, Tommy. You know the ladies don't buy sleep shirts
No.
all willy-nilly, you know what I mean? Come on, Big Ace. Let's go. Let's go. Think about all of them out there, all ordering a triple
I
X.
would love that. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. Oh my goodness. I just lost my train of thought. I had you in my
Oh,
it's
I would think
it's so
a
oh
fat kid
god.
from Cusser Street in the hood has a T-shirt.
I would. I would. There's no better personality than you. My
Oh
goodness.
my god.
And we give you a little zoom. Oh, you and Saki, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go. Let's
Yep.
go. What do you think they can do, Tommy, to and we're only gonna be on for a few more minutes. Remember, we got Monday Night Grind coming up a little over an hour from now. So you guys want to tune in for that over on our Coaching Company YouTube page.
I have 2 great
Whoa,
plays too.
you got some fireplace tonight?
I got some good plays tonight.
You want to
Nope,
give?
you
Oh
gotta watch.
no. Okay. I
There you
guess I'll
go.
watch too.
Yep.
What do you think that they can do? Because I have my thoughts that this can turn around in a heartbeat if they just stood there and said, imagine this scenario. Triple H walks out in front of the WWE in Stamford, Connecticut, and says, "Today, we've got a monumental announcement. We screwed up. Our bad. We priced tickets too high. That's our bad. And so, as of today, we are going to be doing family friendly pricing, which they just insulted Vince for doing. And there's going to be at least 2,000 tickets a show that are going to be for $20. That would be a great start. Something like that, Tommy. Something where they say, "Hey, we hear you," because they live in a world now where they believe they create for the audience instead of the audience made The Rock. The audience made. Can you imagine? Nobody buys a Stone Cold Steve Austin T-shirt. There is no Stone Cold Steve Austin, right?
Coach, I was there and you were there during the Attitude Era. We were all there when Raw was over. Not a seat, not anybody leaving when you saw the aftermath with Rock and Stone Cold. We
Mm-hmm.
were running cameras 20 minutes after the show's over because they were so entertaining in the ring. And how that happened is that they built superstars. They built them. That's how Rock became Rock, and like you said, Stone Cold became Stone Cold. You think people are staying 20 minutes after to go yeet, yeet, yeet? That's not happening, coach. And I like Jay. I know him. He's a great guy. Worked his ass off to where he is. But it's just the same old thing. They do. And boy, if Triple H did that, I would give him props. But that's never going to happen with Shapiro and Ari there.
I don't know that they do. I don't think they do the post match. And people are wondering what we're talking about. They would advertise. the week before or 2 weeks before, say, hey, Rock takes on Stone Cold Steve Austin next Monday at Madison Square Garden, or in Boston, or in Chicago, or in LA. And even if it's not part of the show, they would have it after 11 o'clock. And they would go out there 10, 15 minutes. Then they would dick around, drink
Yep.
some beers, and the
Yep.
crowd loved it. They always went home happy, and the baby face always won going out the door. What did that do for the crowd? Well, what it did, Tommy, was it allowed, if in the main event it made more sense in the storyline for a heel to go over, the heel could go over because they knew that there'd be that extra match.
Yep.
And that was money. It was 101. It was easy. It was easy. And then they make it less easy. Super sticker Lonnie Mead says, love the show as always. Hope you gentlemen have a blessed evening. Thank you. In your humble opinions, is this truly Triple H, baby, or is this the result of TKO? Great question.
Wow.
Do you want to take that first, or do you want me to take it?
I think it's a combination of both. I think if it works, it's Triple H, and if it doesn't work, it's Triple H. That's what it is, man. If something is working, TKO is gonna put it over, but it's not working, they're gonna put the heat all on that guy right there. And that's what they're all about, coach. Because they didn't grow up in this business. And it's not just any other it's been a business that's been in the family for years. And now look what you've done to it. That's
if
that's
you
the upsetting part of it, coach.
if you would have told me 20 years ago that there would not be one McMahon, I guess Stephanie is doing podcasts, but one McMahon in a major role in this company, I would have told you were crazy.
Right.
I would have told you were absolutely nuts. But here's the problem: is that TKO guys, you got to understand, they've never been around when the business was building, the 80s, 90s, the 2000s, and to them, it's a cash register. It's a way to make money to support the other stuff that they have bought. So Tommy, I think right now, Triple H is trying to create himself or present himself as Dana White, because when I kind of did the same thing with PFL. I said we need a face that doesn't change year in and year out, because the fighters are always changing. You could say to a certain extent wrestlers too, but if he creates himself as Dana White for the UFC is untouchable. He's the guy. He's the
That's
one
right.
that makes all the decision. He's the one that does the if you know, you know. So that's why Triple H, in my humble opinion, does all of the stuff that a talent should be doing. Standing on top of the arena in Vegas or the stadium, stuff that you could put over Cody or Roman. Triple H does that because he's trying Tommy to secure his spot, because at any time, you know this,
Yep.
things could blow up, and it's always the person at the top that takes it on the chin,
Mhm.
which here is Triple H.
You're absolutely right.
Hope Cousin 6840. You get 2 spots on the Wheel of Doom on Thursday. 2 spots. Hi, Coach and Tommy C. A major reason that the tickets haven't sold out for Cena's final show in DC is because there are thousands of people who have either been dodged or doged or are currently impacted by the government shutdown, etc. I think that's part of it. I also think that Tommy, and I would love to hear Ruben, his take on this, on how these resale markets get all these tickets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because right now you have to buy the tickets straight through Ticketmaster. But if you go to all these other places, Tommy,
Yeah.
there are thousands of tickets available. They keep
Yep.
saying less than 1,000. I can go to StubHub.
Yep.
Those are right. So to me, I just think people are waiting until the day of, the hour before, to buy tickets on your phone and walk in. That's going to be the new normal, don't you think?
Absolutely, and it's happened, right? Before on other things, other events that WWE has had. That was one thing Vince was big on, man, is tickets and everything. Where are we on tickets, man? This thing, like you said, he was big on sellouts, like saying sold out every week. He was huge on that. And if he had to give tickets away to sell out near the end, he would he would do it, man, because he knows in the end he's gonna make money on it, maybe from merchandise from these people or whatever. It's a very excuse me, it's a very smart move on how you calculate what you do with your tickets. But now it's so outrageous. Like you said, you can go to StubHub, you can go here because people are sucking up tickets thinking they're going to make a big investment on this and double their money or triple their money. That's why people are putting stuff up on StubHub.
It kind of reminds me of, I went to a Marlins game a couple of months ago down in Miami. They've got a brand new stadium. It's gorgeous. It's in an awful neighborhood, but it's a gorgeous stadium. And we're walking up, getting out of the Uber, Tommy, and I think there might have been 2,000 people there that night,
Yeah.
maybe. And there were scalpers outside. So a dude walks up to me, he goes, "You need tickets for the game?" I just started laughing. I didn't even think he was serious. I was like, "There's scalpers here?" And I felt so bad for them because he's getting, scalpers think they're going to make money anywhere. I walked in and it literally, I could have sat in any seat in any row for this particular game. And I feel like scalpers for WWE tickets think, man, we can do anything and everything until they realize I still got 200 tickets left to sell,
Yeah.
and the show's starting right now.
Yeah.
The show's
You're
starting
eating that
right now,
money. You're eating that money, dude.
big time. M Heaton 420 says Coach Peacock still has NXT PLEs. Halloween Havoc was just on there, and they still possess the legacy library. So Peacock isn't doing too bad. Loved the show. Thank you very much. That's another thing, Tommy. You mentioned why are they putting stuff on Saturday night's main event? Peacock still is in the game here.
Yep.
They're still very much in the game. So you got to make them kind of happy. And remember, you just walked away. They're the jilted girlfriend right now.
They are. You're right.
You
You're
got to give them a
absolutely right.
little
Yeah.
something, still
Yeah.
hang in, still be that, you know how it goes.
Like you did back in the day.
Very similar. Very similar.
Let them down easy. Let them down easy.
Damian Gilchrist says, what would be your favorite Cena segment over the years with WWE? Well, Damian, mine, of course. Don't you remember I went one-on-one in a tables match with John Cena? A very funny story out of that, Tommy. I don't know if you remember this. We were in the Quad Cities, staying at a hotel that had a Bennigan's attached to it. So I'm traveling with idiot Todd Grisham, and it was such a good match. I almost went over on Cena, almost beat him. And Cena walks in and goes, "Man, I want you to sit down. We're going to take some shots to celebrate our match tonight." I was like, "Hell yeah, let's take some shots." And for some reason, he could drink liquor and it never phased him. Some people are like that. So here comes Jack Daniels, 10 of them for each of us.
Whew.
So our flight was at 6 a.m. So I'm trying to wake Grisham up. Can't find him. Wake him up. I'm quite sure he was still slightly intoxicated at that moment. I'm quite sure. So we're driving to the airport. We get off the wrong exit. We barely get to our flight in time. And it's the only time, Tommy, to this day, I get on my seat. All of a sudden, the stomach starts rumbling a little bit. And
Uh-oh.
I'm like, no. And Tommy, it happened.
Oh,
6 o'clock in the morning,
no.
dead silence. You're in Iowa. It's freezing cold. What did your boy do?
Yeah.
Two ladies got up and moved to the front of the plane because they didn't want to sit next to me or near me.
Oh,
You know what?
man.
I tipped my cap, but I said respect. I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to sit next to
No.
me either. It's the only time, courtesy John Cena. That's my favorite segment. When he got me so drunk, I used the barf bag on the back of the seat. Ever seen somebody do that?
No.
Your boy did that. Your boy did that. What's your favorite Cena segment, Tommy?
My favorite Cena is when him and Rock were going at it, in the first time around, and then he called Rock out for writing the promo on his hand. Oh my God. He would just see, and people don't I don't know if a lot of people notice, this dude can rap off the top of his head like nobody's business. Like, he's legit. He's legit. That's no BS. There's no writers writing that stuff. He's legit from the top. That's how smart and good this guy is. When I watch those promos and I'm like, oh man, he made Rock look like a little boy there. It was some great stuff, man. But you know what? It was two professionals working in the ring. They got where they wanted to go, and that WrestleMania made a ton of money for both of them.
Yeah, two straight main events in WrestleMania those two had. And by the way, early on, and you guys go back and look up Cena's lone album that he dropped. He did a bunch of. Remember, I used to go to all of his concerts, Tommy,
Yep.
at the little bars.
Yep.
He could go. The other day, my son JJ pulled up one. Remember that song that sounded like Will Smith, like a water call.
Yeah, yeah.
That one. I thought that was a banger. I
Yep.
always thought that was a banger. I really, really did. I really did. All right, I believe that's all of the super stickers. So we're done for the day. Tommy, that's 50 minutes. That's how fast this show goes. 50 minutes. So we got to get out of here because we got to get ready for the Monday Night Grind. If you're new to that, 7 o'clock Eastern time, me, Big Tommy, Raphael, Mikey P, we break down everything Monday Night Football. And also, do you want to get into the Legends Lounge? Because me and Tommy C are still trying, damn it. Damn it, we're still trying. So we'll see you guys at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We're going to have a ton of fun, and we're going to cash some tickets in the process. In the meantime, for Big Tommy C, producer man behind the scenes, I'm the coach. We'll see you Thursday. We'll tweet out the start time. We're not on Stadium, so we got to figure out exactly the time that we're going to do it. But in the meantime, have a great week. Enjoy Raw tonight. Try to keep it positive. We'll see you next time right here on the Coach and Bro Show.